Welcome to the Bruce Williams channel. I have an absolute beauty in front of the camera today that I'd like to talk about, share my opinion, talk about the good, talk about the bad. This is the IWC Pilot Chronograph 41, the Mercedes AMG Petronas Formula 1 edition. So you might think that this is IWC trying to get cute with jumping on the turquoise or the Tiffany bandwagon, but that's not the case here. This color scheme comes from the Mercedes AMG Petronas Formula 1 Team. I'll drop in a picture here, and I've got to say, if you like Formula 1, if you like Mercedes, this color scheme, it's perfect. It really ties in with the dominant black color and then the muted hue of the grade 5 titanium. The first time that a grade 5 titanium case has been implemented in the Pilot's Chronograph 41 line. So, I mean, it's a really cool scheme. It's not trying to just capitalize off of the hype of the turquoise color, which really blasted onto the scene in 2020. Though I will say, if you did miss out on the Rolex Oyster Perpetual 41 in that color scheme, and you want something high quality, you want something cool, you want something a little bit off the beaten path, something a little bit different, well, I think you would enjoy this one as well. It's not just for fans of Formula 1, but I do think if you love Formula 1, this one will be even that much more exciting. Now, another thing about this watch that I love is this in-house caliber that you can view through an exhibition crystal. This is the 6938.5 movement from IWC. This has 242 separate components, 33 different joules. It beats at 4 hertz or 28,800 times every hour, and this will be adjusted in 5 different positions. It will have a column wheel. It will have the bidirectional pawl winding system that IWC has patented, and it will have 46 hours of power reserve. So not the best when it comes to that duration of power reserve, but I will take this movement over a comparably priced Valjoux variant or a Breitling B01 any day of the week when it comes to this architecture, this layout, and this finish work. I love the circular striping. I love this the skeletonized rotor that to me almost looks like the spokes of a race car steering wheel. And then I love that purling that's found throughout on this layered in-house movement that fills the back of this watch to a proportional degree. Keep in mind, it's 41 millimeters in case diameter, so it's fairly substantive, and it doesn't feel like it's too small. This caliber just feels perfect and looks beautiful, and has all of those tech goodies that I like to see as a watch collector. Now, the crystal on this is domed shaped. It's, of course, sapphire, and it has multiple layers of ARC on the bottom side of the crystal as well as the top side of the crystal, so it will really look clear and legible in almost any light situation. And that's one of the most satisfying things about IWC. Them, along with Breitling and with some Omega, is just top of the market when it comes to that ARC application. Now let's talk about the retail price, $8,350. And that's a little bit of a premium over a standard stainless steel variation on either a leather strap or a rubber strap. So you are paying for that tie-in to Mercedes AMG Petronas Formula 1, but you're getting something that's a little bit different. You're not going to see this very often posted on social media or at a local watch collector meetups. This one, again, it's a little bit off to the side. And I'm more partial to that myself, probably because I've tried the basic blue version on the stainless steel bracelet. I've tried some of those mainstream watches. So right now in my collecting journey, I'm really gravitating toward some of the periphery models. And I think this one is just an excellent example of that. And in going with that comment, this is crafted out of grade 5 titanium. I mentioned it's the first time that IWC has used titanium in the Pilot's Chronograph 41, and it has an entirely blasted finish, which is very muted, very stealthy, a little bit darker in overall hue. And then there are very light accent finish areas in the transition between the top of the lug and the side of the case. So it's just a nice chamfer line that's high polished. And you'll also find that on an angle on the conical bezel. So a couple areas of highlight, But on the whole, it's a more muted look that injects some playfulness with that Petronas Green color that's found on the strap. It's found on all of the indexing, all of the printing on this black dial. It's also found on the day wheel and the date wheel, which is color matched to the dial. And if you flip the watch over, you'll notice that there will be some text found screened in this sapphire crystal, and that will read Pilot's Watch Chronograph, Mercedes AMG Petronas Formula 1 Team. Now let me end with a couple positive elements, and then we'll go into some negative elements as we wrap up this presentation. But this is the tactile feel of this column wheel chronograph. It's nice and responsive. There's a good amount of pressure needed with these stainless steel function pushers and this stainless steel thread down crown at the 3 o'clock position. Nice grip on that crown. 100 meters of water resistance, which is more than I need for a racing chronograph. So I like the action. I do like the lume. I like the fact that in natural light, it is color matched to that Petronas green color and really is indistinguishable from that green printing found throughout. But in low light, it's only on the hands and it's on the cardinal markers. And I would love to see more lume in low light conditions. I know on the IWC Pilot, the big Pilot 43 millimeter, that's all lumed. And I'd love to see more lume found on this Pilot Chronograph 41. And as far as negative elements go, I know that there is no grade 5 titanium 5-link bracelet offered for this, and I think that would be fantastic because this bracelet, I own the stainless steel variation on a bracelet, and the bracelet is $1 million. It's one of the nicest bracelets on the market. It's got great light play. It's very solid, and it has an ingenious quick extension system found in the clasp. And so if there was a titanium bracelet option for this, I think that would be awesome. Unfortunately, that's not a reality, but IWC does include an extra textile strap, which I think is nice because they generally charge $270 for any replacement strap, any rubber replacement strap, and that does not count the hardware. So you are getting a little bit of extra value, but I think that is reflected in the small premium that you would pay over a standard stainless steel variation. On the whole, I like this one quite a bit, and I'm not into Formula One racing as much as the average fan, so I'm not necessarily being drawn in by that tie-in. I'm more being drawn in by the execution, the unique color, just that Petronas green. The fact that this is titanium, grade 5 titanium, and I love Pilot pieces from IWC. IWC Schaffhausen is one of the original manufacturers of the Fliege design. So, I think there is some strength in that. But on the whole, super cool watch. I want to thank you for watching this video. I'd like to thank my friend that lent this in for review. He is one of the Erkelens and Olsen Auctioneers and Appraisers. We've had local watch collector like Mart's and Sales at their warehouse. So it was great meeting up with them the other day. And I want to thank them for lending this in. So guys, reach out with questions if you have any. I'll do my best to answer those in the comment section. And if you've made it this far in the video, I would really appreciate if you could like this video and subscribe to my channel. I try to post every other day. It takes a lot of time to create higher quality, varied watch content. So if you can support me by liking and subscribing, it really makes a difference, and I appreciate it. Other than that, have a great day, and I'll see you in the comment section.
500 with Steve. That's a true fanboy. Ask him to see his watch. Now 6, 5, a little bit now 6, now 6, 5. His and hers roll. 5, a little bit now 6, now 6, 5 more. 600 to meteorite, now 7. 6, a little bit now 7, now 7, 6, a little bit now 7, now 8. It's our first bidding war of the night. 7, a little bit now 8, now 8, 7, a little bit now 8, 7, a little bit now 8. How about 750? 750 now 8. 750 now 8, now 8, now 8. Wow, she said no and he said yes. No. 800, now 850, 800, now 8, now 8, now 8, now 8, now 8. Oh, he said no, he's backtrack. We're at 750 there. To him. We're keeping the peace. We're keeping the peace. The rest of you didn't bring your spouses. I see you. 750, now 8, now 8, 750. We always say what happens in this warehouse is a safe space. 750, now 8, now 8, 750, now 8. We'll sell it to our buddy for $750. Give him a big, big round of applause.